1, Episode 11. This time we are going to Drozana Station to hopefully find a informant that will help us figure out what these Davidians are doing in our space. And if nothing else, we'll go to the bar. Although I don't like leaving some things unchecked. Oh, and I hate the Ferengi that introduces us here. He is so annoying, just his voice alone.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Right. I'll never forget that. Every single time I dock into this place, even if it's just to get repairs done, I still have to listen to that voice. So, let's go find the informant. Okay, let's first talk to the bartender then. Looks like a pretty old space station to me. There he is.
Get your Comet cocktails. 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes.
Let's question him.
Welcome to Drozana Station, the home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of Rex. Care to hear about today's specials?
No, not really.
Have you tried the Comet cocktail? It's out of this world.
First, a couple questions. Tell me about this station.
We've got everything a brave Starfleet officer like yourself could want. There's access to shopping, subspace message stations, a few quality vendors, drinks, dancing, and Dabo. That leader hologram is really something. Makes me want to get a handful of her pixels, if you know what I mean.
Pervert alert.
My partners and I took this place over a few months ago. It was an abandoned piece of space junk then. But with some hard work and careful financial planning, we will make it a pleasure destination to rival Risa or Casperia Prime.
Not likely.
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
You said it was abandoned. Who built this station?
Humans, I think. But history has never been my thing. The present is where the Latinum is. I know the station was built in the mid-23rd century and served as a trading post and supply station for colony ships and military vessels. Then the House of Duras owned it for a while, but they gave it up in the 2370s. It was empty until my partners and I arrived. Do you know we had to spend 3 weeks scrubbing bloodline stains off the decks? Between that, the globfly infestation, and voles in the computer circuitry, it's a wonder that we ever opened our doors for business.
How sad for you.
Good deals and good times.
Okay, back to business.
All on Drozana Station.
I'm looking for someone.
Aren't we all? Me? I want a leggy Vulcan with a liberal attitude toward interspecies relations. So, are you looking for someone in particular, or just some company?
Her name is Samara. Do you know her?
Oh yeah, I know Samara. Maybe she's been here recently, and maybe she hasn't. My memory is kind of hazy.
This is an interesting thing. I could easily tell him to tell me where she is or I'll snap his spine. But that would be too aggressive. I'm not Klingon after all. And the bottom option would not really do well either, because he'd still find a way to make it interesting. So I'll just speak in a language he understands. Perhaps we could come to some sort of an arrangement?
Yeah, I'm sure we can. In fact, I feel my memory clearing up already. I tell you what, I know you Starfleet types aren't big on Latin, but what you do have are skills and a willingness to get your hands dirty. That's what I need right now. Our replicators are on the fritz. Maybe it's a whole power system because the lights are going wonky too. But a little blue moonlighting isn't as big a problem for me as unfilled drink orders.
Go on.
Go to the cargo bay and get my replicators working. By the time you're done, I'm sure I will have remembered where I last saw Zamara.
Very well then. But you better keep your end of the bargain. Ferengi are always notorious for backstabbing deals. Doesn't matter what you do. They'll find a way to back out of it.
That was a girl's nest.
Okay, let's see what's up with the replicators. Run diagnostic on replicators. Okay, then run a diagnostic on the electroplasma distribution network. What is the cause of loss of power on deck 1? Interesting. What must be done to restore power to deck 1? So I gotta reroute systems, and these are the 5 that require, and it says 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Okay. Might as well hail my engineering team. No wonder. It is an old station. What do you suggest? Understood. Let's scan the power connection network. The most useful information I got out of that is that some systems may need more than one connection. Okay. Let's check the... No, I don't need to check that. I need to find something. Ah, here we go. Always look for these. Stated as before, 6 connections are required. Tell me something I don't know. I just love how the fact that the last paragraph is they give you an English version of what they're talking about. Oh god, there's that blue lighting again. Means the Davidians are here. Let's scan the defense grid power relays. So the fourth connection must be to the defense grid. Okay. Let's scan the environmental controls. Replicators must have a connection to the environmental controls. Okay. Check out the hollow suite power relays. So environmental controls cannot connect to hollow suites. Alright. Let's check out the gravity controls. Gravity control can connect to environmental control and the defense grid, but not replicators. Okay. Let's scan the replicator power relays. Wow, they really did a number on this place. Okay. Here's an interesting thing about this game. It is kind of handy to have what I like to call little cheat notes. No, I'm not talking about like infinite health or infinite ammo for that matter. This game doesn't provide any of that, but on this I have written down several hints and reminders as to what to do. So what I'm going to do is, and once again, this is what I call a cheat sheet, and everyone should have one if you can. It's the best way to help remember things, especially if certain things are hard to remember. Believe me, this thing has helped me out more than once. Okay, the first thing we need to activate is the replicators. Reroute power to replicators. Okay, that's done. Now let's reroute power to environmental control. Okay, we're good there. Now to gravity controls. See, without the cheat sheet, I'd probably be doing this at least 2 or 3 times just before I get it right. And the fourth one needs to be connected to the defense grid. That was obvious. Okay, and now here comes an interesting part. The hollow suites don't connect to anything, and one of the consoles said I needed to connect 2 other consoles. So let's go back to environmental controls. Last one, reroute power to the replicators. There we go. See? With this cheat sheet, I was able to get everything I needed from it. And it's not just this that I've wrote down as a cheat sheet. I've wrote down several other things, because some bits of information that come across this game stay the same. And then there are some things that randomly change. But the things that don't change, write them down, so that the next time, say if you have to go back through this mission again, like you're playing with someone else, want to go back there and you gotta remember the sequence. I do that with a lot of people.
Get your Comet cocktails! 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes. Welcome to Drozana Station.
Yeah.
Have you tried the Comet cocktail? It's out of this world.
What's wrong with the lights?
How should I know? I'm a bartender, not an engineer. The lights started going crazy a few days ago, which was terrible timing. We're getting more business than normal because of the comet, and the last thing I need is a critical systems failure. The 193rd rule of acquisition says that trouble comes in threes. The lights, the replicators, what's next?
Business is booming because of the comet? And the comet is emitting trialic waves.
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
In that case, have you seen anything strange around here lately?
That's nothing. Old station, bad lighting. Maybe your eyes were playing tricks on you. How long has it been since you had a physical? But it's probably nothing. No, I'm sure it's nothing. Don't worry about them. It.
Thank you for that answer.
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana
Anyway,
Station.
your replicators are working.
They are, and I am exceedingly pleased by your generous offer to repair them for no compensation. I can't let you go away empty-handed, though. How about I give you a 15% discount on drinks and souvenirs for an amount of time to be determined by management?
Listen here. We had a deal. The replicators for the information about tomorrow. Pay up.
Fine. A deal's a deal, right? Never let it be said that I'll cheat a valued customer like yourself. Personally, I don't know why you're so interested in her. She's a looker, but just try talking to her. She's more paranoid than an Obsidian Order agent in a room full of Calciar. Zamara usually hangs out near the Dabo tables. Keep an eye out for a looker wearing purple. You can't miss her.
Nice doing business with you.
Good.
Said she would be near the Dabo table, which is right here. Okay, and look out for a looker wearing purple. Obviously, she's standing in this position for some reason.
Be careful. They're watching. I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
Pretty snazzy.
Who's they?
Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm being watched. I've seen too many familiar faces in the crowd, and there are shadows, watchers in the dark. I see them out of the corner of my eye when they think I'm not looking, but I'm always looking. When the lights change, there they are. Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
I was sent to help you.
You weren't sent to help me. You were sent to watch me. Drake needs me to keep feeding information to Starfleet intelligence. The Klingons come here and they drink and talk. It's amazing the bits of information you can pick up around a Dabo table. Everything, even the smallest detail, is important. Captain Gerard was in here last week. He ordered blood wine, an entire bottle of the 2309 vintage, to be exact. That business with the House of Torg must have upset him more than we knew. When Gerard's happy, he drinks Warnog.
Okay.
Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
Tell me more about what happened to the House of Torg.
Torg was on the High Council until he made a play to destroy the House of Martok. He was partially successful. Mavan, son of Drex, is dead. The house has no heir unless Drex takes a new mate and fathers a new son. But Martok's widow is wise. Her son, Drex, was off fighting in the war, so Lady Sorella called in KDF officers to defend her house. They exposed Torg's treachery, and Jempok was forced to discommendate him. As to why that would make Gerard unhappy? Torg raised Gerard after his mother died. Now he is an outcast, and his house has fallen. Gerard cannot speak to him without losing his own honor.
Tough.
Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
What can I do to help you, though?
Find out who's watching me. I'm not safe here. The Klingons are looking for me. They know someone has been feeding intelligence to Starfleet. Ghosts are always watching. Their eyes are hungry. Yesterday, they surrounded a drunken Klingon. Now he's dead.
Great.
They will find me when the blue light shines, and then I'll disappear.
We know what the ghosts are that you're talking about.
How could you know that? You may think you know. You may even have readings in your tricorder that you think are right, but you don't know. How could you know? I'm here every day. They watch me, and I watch them.
I can take you someplace safe.
No, they're everywhere. They're watching. You've been here too long. Someone will notice that we're together. Go do something else. Play Dabo. I'll contact you when I'm ready. When it's safe.
Alright. Let's go ahead and play Dabo.
Spin the wheel and win.
I'm not looking to win much money, so I'm just gonna do a lot of random things. Yeah, I'm not here to win Latinum or anything, I'm just here to get information, but she said go ahead, play Dabo.
Dabo! Close enough. I couldn't wait for you to get that lucky. Psst.
That message from Lita, what was it?
Dabo! Close enough. Platinum is a I couldn't wait for you to get that lucky. We would have been here all night. Psst. Samara wants me to give you a message. She wants you to know, if you're interested in finding out what's really going on here at Drazana Station, you need to check out the lower levels. I have an access code for you that will get you past the security doors. If you want to talk with her again, I suggest you collect your winnings and catch her before she leaves.
Very well then.
I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
Are you in the mood now?
You don't need to worry about me. I'm going to leave this place to the ghosts. They seem to belong here more than we do. I've booked passage on a ship. You don't need to know which one. Just tell Drake he'll keep getting his intel, one way or another. Good luck. You're going to need it.
Thank you.
What?
I'm open to recommendations. Very well. Beam me up, Hell Springs.
Welcome to Drozana.
Don't care. Helm, set course for Deep Space K7, Warp 2. It's not that far away from Drozana Station. That's when I'm going at low warp. In fact, I'm right here. K7's right here. Setting course now. And there she is. There are other Federation ships here, mostly little light cruisers. Let's dock at K7. There's one thing about K7, it's actually cleaner than Drozana Station, but then again it is technically a Federation starbase, so it's meant to be cleaner. We gotta consult this lieutenant. anytime that I usually get involved in a battle, it results in some battle damage, I usually come here. This would be usually the closest place in the Beta Quadrant to get repairs done. There he is.
How can I help you?
Do you know about Franklin Drake?
I have had dealings with him in the past. I think he's some sort of military strategist. He visits here from time to time, although Commander Wildman is never too thrilled to see him. He's always treated me well, though, so I don't have any reason to dislike him.
Okay.
Good luck, and stay safe.
What does Franklin Drake ask you to do?
Mostly, he wants updates on our research projects. Last week, he was asking me all sorts of questions about the synchronic distortion prototype rifle. We work with prototypes of new equipment here. I'll bang on something for months to find out all of its advantages and problems before it's sent into the field to be used by Starfleet. Even then, it takes years or more of testing and iteration before something becomes standard fleet issue. And most equipment never makes it that far.
Interesting.
There are hundreds of inventions that just don't work, or they don't work the way we want them to. Those failures are then broken down and their components are recycled. We have to keep everything secure. If the Romulans or the Klingons got their hands on what we are working on here, they could learn a lot about our technology.
Agreed.
Good luck, and stay safe.
You said you were working on a rifle. Tell me more about it.
That was a complete disaster. The basic design came out of Memory Alpha, and it was intended to detect and damage cloaked opponents. Someone there got an idea that the Romulans were developing personal cloaking devices, even though the power needs of something like that would be incredible. I recommended against sending it to field testing, but it went anyway. The crew on the USS DeWitt had some luck in modifying one for use as a hand weapon. But their prototype was destroyed when the ship was lost in the neutral zone. I hadn't thought about it again until Drake asked about it.
I see.
Good luck, and stay safe.
Well, in that case, the Davidians are in the neutral zone.
So that explains why Drake was interested in the prototype. It was a complete failure at detecting polarization cloaks. But if I added a phase modulator and reversed the polarity, these modifications should be no problem. And when I'm done, this beam will pack quite a punch against phase-shifted Davidians. I'll forward the weapon on to Drake as soon as I'm done. Be careful. The Davidians won't stop. I'm afraid we'll have to be ready to fight.
Aren't we always? Section 31. Not a big fan of theirs. Beam me up, Yellow Springs. We're done here. Nope. Contract our neutral zone contact.
Good work. Zamara may think she has slipped my noose, but I always have ways of keeping tabs on her. I take special care to know all about people in whom I have an interest. But you already know that, don't you? The ghosts that Zamara mentioned concern me, however. You already encountered Davidians once. It's likely they're on Drozana Station as well. And I won't let them use Federation citizens as food. Lieutenant Kalapo has completed work on the synchronic distortion prototype rifle. It should help you when you're ready to enter the lower levels of Drozana. Drake out.
Simple and to the point.
Until next time.
Okay, folks, this was episode 11. I'll give you a little preview of what's to come in episode 12. Hopefully I get to use this rifle I just picked up. What lies beneath?
It's clear the Davidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they're in the neutral zone. Now we know they're on Drozana Station as well, and according to Zamara, there have already been deaths there. In addition, she indicated that the lower levels of the station were a trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there, and they haven't been maintained for years, and Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put any effort into maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we don't really know what's down there. Zamara's code should get you access. Take a lift down and check it out. Previous Starfleet encounters with Davidians have indicated that they will create nests around the temporal portals they use, so keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find the portal, we'll know where and when the Davidians are feeding. Oh, and I expect it to be messy down there. Don't forget to take an emergency beacon.
Understood. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed episode 11. I will see you for episode 12. Have a good day.